So, as some of you know already, my dog passed away New Year's Eve. 2025 was a really good year for me. I got new boards on the front deck. I replaced the wooden spindles with metal railing, Regal rail, that matches my back deck here. The only thing I could think of is I had roofers over. We took all 21 of those panels down and reshingled, and I had to supervise them because they were careless with the hardware. As a matter of fact, I had 7 spare mid-clamp and end clamps and parts, and I used them all. I got no more spares. The other pieces they let fall in the snow, they were really careless, even though I nagged them at the beginning. Anyway, I wasn't paying attention to the dog for 2 solid days, December 30th and 31st. And I was really, really sick the morning of the 31st. I was on the crapper all night long. I was vomiting myself. I thought it was because I spent the whole day outside with these roofers. Temperatures were mild. It was, just hovering a little bit above freezing. The only thing I can think of, and after talking to the vet, by the way, the vet bill was really reasonable. Not that money was an object, but I asked and I described the symptoms, and they said she must have eaten something toxic. And I'm going, well, she wouldn't eat the scraps. There was parts from the roof on the ground and all that. That would taste awful. The only other thing I could think of, and I looked it up on Google, is Dutch elm trees. The seeds, they look like berries from that tree. She had eaten them before and she had gotten sick. She must have eaten a large quantity of them. I didn't realize she was having toxic symptoms from it. The cure is to take your dog to the vet. But like I said, I was sick and I was dealing with these roofers that were really careless with the hardware. It was driving me insane. All those panels on that roof were leaning up against the fence in the alley side, and I was afraid somebody was going to steal them. But anyways, this is January 5th today. I'm hoping that I can hold back and go without having a pet, probably for the rest of my life. I dedicated my life to pets. I've had pets all my life. This is where Kira went into a seizure. She was laying right here. And when the vet injected the euthanization drug into her, she kept bleeding out, and she made quite a big blood stain there. We put her on a blanket. We carried her out. I saved that from the security camera. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just let it override and erase itself. So what I've decided to do, here's where she threw up multiple times. And you could just slightly see a little bit of stain in there. It still needs a shampoo. All I did was vacuum it. I gave it a thorough vacuuming with the central vac. It's been years since I've been able to run my robot vac because Kira shed a lot. I put up with it, but she was a double coat. I could take her in for the full bath, grooming, the whole bit, and within a month she's shedding again. It was bad, like really super bad. The fur, my intake for the furnace was clogged up with fur. The fridge is probably clogged. I got to pull that out. Yeah, I want a break. I hate to sound, I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about the way she died, but I'm going to take a break from having pets. I've already called. The roof's done on the garage. The roof's done on the house. The front deck is done. I still need to replace the trim on the doors of the garage. That's minor. I can do that myself. But I called the guy. I'm getting an estimate on new flooring. The whole thing. I'm going to spruce up my life. And if I have to remove all this furniture, hopefully it's in the summertime when we do this, some of it can go in the garage. I'm going to paint before. The carpet guy is coming on Wednesday to give me an estimate. I don't have the money right now. I'm not broke. Well, I am broke right now because I had to pay the roofers. That was $2,600 just for the east side. I'm going to get this whole thing spruced up. I deserve it. I got that door closed because the robot vacuum gets trapped in there. Amazing. I got lots to do. It's cold. I don't want to go outside. I don't have to go outside to pick up poop, but I got to pull this out and clean the coils on that. It's been a few years since I've done it. I've got this lined up. That's my pump, circulating pump to descale my tankless water heater. And there you have it. Timcat's rebounded a little bit. I have my moments. This bandana here, this was sitting here already. This bandana was dipping into her water. This came from the groomers. It was around my Kira's neck, my dog. I was going to say my dog. Her name is Kira. And I took it off a couple of months ago and hung it there. I just realized it's now a permanent monument of Kira. I've already got this lined up. I don't know what size of paw print I'm going to get, ceramic. That's Leo. Died May long weekend 2014. Shakira, I didn't have her long. She was elderly when I got her. She died Mother's Day 2018. Only had her for just over 2 years. And Leo, I adopted him Christmas. I brought him into my home in just a week before Christmas in 2014. Officially adopted him in January of 2015. And he passed away. He didn't pass away. I had to have him euthanized. All three of these I've had to have euthanized for various reasons. His hips gave out. She just got really sick. Don't know why. And he lost his dignity. He was pooping on the floor. He couldn't climb the stairs anymore. Kira, I don't know why she got so sick and died. She was only 10 years old. I'm actually still kind of devastated over that, but it is what it is. Life can be hard. I can't let it take over my feelings. I've got to look after me. If I look after me, I might get another dog. I don't know. I get goosebumps when I say that. Here's the front. Looking good. All new wood, all new stairs, maintenance-free rails. Used to have wooden spindles on there that wouldn't hold paint anymore. And actually, there's still wooden spindles inside of here. We covered it up with hardy board. That's what they call it. Maintenance-free. So that's all I've got left to do on the outside. I got a new fence in 2020. I've got to do the trim on the man door and the big door. I might just hire somebody to do it because I'm not very good, not very patient with wood. I don't know. Even if I do it, try it myself and screw it up, then I could just hire somebody. I have a good income. I'm not going to say how much it is. It's not a lot and it's not a little. It's enough that I can spend $30,000 on roofing and decks and carpet. This thing here, I don't know how much that was, about $8,000, including the panels, say $10,000. Right now, the computer, TV, and everything is running off of it. So 200 watts coming in, 160 going out. That has really made a big difference. It's been over a year now since I've been running on that. And I get my power bill today, actually. And I still have, I forget, it was around $1,400, I think, in a credit. And the extra credits are going towards covering my gas bill as well. The power company came out and investigated my power meter because that thing triggered alarms. I'm exporting a lot more than I used to, and I'm importing a lot less than I used to. So sounds like my robot just got hung up somewhere. Yeah, there'll be an error code on it, or it couldn't figure out how to get out of here.
Resuming the cleanup.
Don't know why it did that. Don't know why it stopped the cleanup. Let's let it go. It's amazing how much dirt that thing still picks up, even though I gave it a thorough vacuuming the other day with that central vac. Sebo's a really good power head. Like, I gave it a really thorough. I spent over 2 hours vacuuming, trying to get behind stuff and whatnot. And the robot vac still brings back debris. you could do it over and over. So the carpet has broken down. It's the original from 2002 or 2003. I'm not sure. But there you have it. Timcat's going to rebound back. I'm going to talk to my neighbor about cutting that tree down. I'm going to actually tell him that my dog died because of those berries. I've asked him multiple times to trim that tree back so those berries aren't falling in my yard. They look like berries, they're actually seeds. So, and I don't care if he feels bad, if he feels like he killed my dog. I don't care. The guy's been a complete asshole since I moved here. And right now I'm not in the mood to put up with anyone's shit. So as soon as I see him outside when I happen to be doing something, going back and forth from the garage or whatever, I'm going to say something. Cut your fucking tree down, buddy. You know what he did when I first moved here? And I added the heat to the garage? That furnace, you see the steam coming out of there? There was a tree about 12 feet away from that fence. He said that chimney was going to start his tree on fire, and it was a gorgeous tree. He cut it down the next day after I did that, and he accused me of causing a fire hazard. That's a fucking condensing furnace. All that comes out is the condensate, as you can see. It's dripping water. What a jerk. Speaking of dripping water, let's go have a look at that. I got the condensing furnace as well, and it's been cold for several weeks now, below zero. Actually, I lied. Last week it was above zero. But this condensing furnace and condensing tankless water tank. Check out that ice. Check out the ice on the furnace. Pretty, eh? I was looking at it this morning. I still got to get that cleaned up. I got to have an air conditioning guy pump it down, cut that coil off, reflare it so I don't have that excess. They come like that. They come with, it's called a kit. It comes with the line set of 25 feet, and I only needed 10, so there's 15 feet of line set to cut off. And there you have it. Thanks for watching.